is Mark Hoimyr. My wife Laura and I own and operate Box H Farm, ranch in south central Saskatchewan.
My name is Derek Axten. I farm with my family near Minton, Saskatchewan. It's a fourth generation operation. We've had the land in the family for about 100 years. We grow a lot of heritage grains and a lot of intercrops. Our farm this spring will seed a little over 10,000 acres.
There's definitely been rain patterns and temperature patterns that haven't been conducive to growing good forage.
Basically in the last 10 years, we've had one really significant drought. It was 2017. We had 35 millimeters of rain in the entire growing season from snowmelt to harvest. You can imagine, it wasn't very much fun.
And many years we don't have sufficient moisture for the plant to recover and recharge the root system. The two big things are the ability to control where the cattle are and how long they stay there, as well as to control how long it is until the livestock come back onto any one piece of grass. You can control how much litter we lay down on the ground as we're grazing, how much standing residue we leave, and when we can control how long it is until we come back, we have the ability to make sure that the grass has had an ample recovery period and is recovered from the first graze.
So we started making changes probably 13 or 14 years ago, and prior to 2010 we had been mid-row banding our nitrogen. Urea was the FaRM, and then when we discovered intercropping in 2011, we just decided to not use nitrogen on those acres, and we didn't see a huge difference. And then in 2016 we stopped using, we changed seeders, didn't have mid-row banders, and changed our nitrogen source. We're using ammonium sulfate now, small amounts. Our typical growing season we use 20 units of N total. We've been doing that since 2016, and crops seem to be responding well.
I can confidently say that with the rotational grazing that we've been doing, we have been able to increase the amount of forage that we're taking off of the land over the long term, compared to the way that we had been doing it years prior with a set stock rotation.
Everything we do is about maximizing our water use. It's one thing to get a rain, but there again, it's how much do you keep. We don't always keep it all, but we keep most of it. We don't see the ponding, to the extent that I think I see around me. But we've been working really hard at it. We've been doing cover crops, we've been the diversity, the no-till, we've been controlled traffic for 7 seasons. So for us, it's about putting it in the soil and saving it for later. We think we're getting there. That's what this whole thing's about, is resilience. It's better in the wet years and better in the dry years. And the thing about these practices is these practices help us on both ends of that spectrum.
The FaRM program is an excellent example of a way to expose yourself to the basics of the principles and some of the techniques of grazing, as well as gaining access to mentor and a little ready-made peer group, which all those things will be very beneficial down the line.
I don't think there is a more powerful tool to help a farmer learn and make changes in his own operation than peer-to-peer learning. It's the thing that changed my life, and the things that I'm sure will change other people's lives.
When I think of a mentor, I think of someone who's made the mistakes you're about to make already and now has some insight into them. So that's very valuable.
The people that went to the trouble of putting this together and building the curriculum, and there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of research. And I encourage anyone that's interested at all in soil health and just improving the resilience of their farm to look inside, and guaranteed there's going to be nuggets in there for everybody.